Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello viewers, welcome to Prawijaya News with me, Sylvia Faridah. We will be accompanying you to 6 minutes forward with the news from all around the world, and so, here is the news. United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres has led call for Mexican authorities to give more protection to reporters after the death of 3 journalists already this year. Mexican journalists began nationwide protests Tuesday following the killings of 3 journalists in the space of 2 weeks. Demonstrators are demanding authorities do more protect journalists despite the government program to do just that. Photographers placed their cameras on the ground outside Mexico City National Palace, while candles were lit in tribute to those who had lost their lives. 2 journalists were killed in the border city of Tijuana in the first week of the year. Crime photographer Margarito Martinez was shot dead outside his home on 17th of January, while reporter Laura Maldonado Lopez was found shot dead in her car on Sunday. They both requested protection before they were killed, but the mechanism has failed. Then Judge Luis Gamboa, who had been a strong critic of local government corruption and official with links to organized crime, was stabbed earlier this month in the state of Veracruz. Mexico introduced a government protection plan for journalists since 2012. According to the government figures, just under 500 people are receiving protection. As media professionals protest on Tuesday, United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres called for tougher action. The country's President Andrés Manuel López Obrador said that the perpetrator would be punished. According to the Committee to Protect Journalists, 95% of murder cases remain unsolved. More than 100 journalists have been killed in Mexico since 2000. Only a small percentage of cases have ended in a conviction. We turn to the next news, viewers. The next news comes from Rwanda. Rwanda has been named as the 6th safest country in the world and 7th country in Africa for solo travelers. A latest storage application Usebones created the ranking by combining crime index and safety index to evaluate where solo travelers would feel safest. These indexes were made by using data from Numbeo. Switzerland topped the ranking, with Japan coming the 3rd. Then the rest of the top 10 include Slovenia, Iceland, Croatia, Czechia, Australia, and Denmark. In the 2018 Global Law and Order study by Gallup, 88% of Rwandans say they felt safe to walk alone at night, the same figure as in Finland, Slovenia, and Tajikistan. The survey notes Rwanda has invested much effort in its national security by building competent and professional security organs. For many people, Rwanda is still associated with the brutal genocide in 1994, but the country has become widely recognized as one of the safest in Africa for some time. Nevertheless, there are a few things to be considered of while there. Rwanda's direct neighbors have experienced a lot of instability that sometimes spill over the borders. The conflict on the borders with neighboring countries of the Democratic Republic of Congo and Burundi can flare up without notice. Tourists are advised to be aware of this potential. For convenience, make sure you choose a trusted agent to travel. Buses are a good way to travel around, but make sure to buy tickets direct from the company you are traveling. Whether stalls are known to try and prey on unsuspecting tourists. Immediately cabs are a safe and reliable way to travel around the capital city, Kigali. Homosexuality is illegal in Rwanda, but there is still not countrywide acceptance, and LGBTQ+ people should be conscious of remaining taboos. Another important thing is the existence of a ban on taking pictures of anything related to the government or military. One of the most exciting things to do in Rwanda is to see the gorillas. The Rwanda's government has worked to make guided tours safe for both tourists and the animals. Rwanda also banned plastic non-biodegradable bags in 2008 to help the environment. So make sure you don't bring any into the country, as you could face a heavy fine. Currently, due to pandemic, COVID restrictions are still in place for travelers entering and exiting Rwanda. To curb the spread of the virus, the country has an active curfew between the hours of 10 p.m. and 4 a.m. Tourists must also take a PCR test 72 hours before visiting any of the country's national parks. Well viewers, that's all information for today. I'm Sylvia Farida. Thank you for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and see you.